Last week, we gave you an insider's look at the annual performance racing show in Indianapolis, but 1 week wasn't enough, so we're back for more. Strap in and hang on.
Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
How big is the Performance Racing Industry Show? Well, it covers a giant convention center, every square inch and the hallways in between, and it spills over into Lucas Oil Stadium next door. This show is so big, we couldn't dream of covering it in 1 week, so we are back for the second week. Let's go. As we all know, racing produces violent conditions inside an engine. In fact, the engine can actually tear itself apart from the inside out, but there is an insurance policy. It's from Clearview Filtration. Mike, how can you save a racing engine?
Well, I've been an engine builder for 30+ years, building mostly racing and performance engines, and our customers needed an easier way to check for filtered particles in an engine. Common practice is to cut a filter apart. They make a lot of screen filters out there that you can disassemble and inspect them and then clean them out and put them back on. What we've accomplished with our new see-through oil filter assembly is we have a clear window on the top that you can see the entire filter element underneath it. When you're running your engine, you can determine the condition of the oil through the window. When you shut your engine off, a small shot of compressed air to the fitting on the side will push the dirty oil out in seconds, and every visible particle will be sitting there on the screen to where you can see it in a matter of seconds when you shut the engine off.
What kind of different racing vehicles do you cover?
Any combustion engine, whether it's on your street car or a race car or even industrial applications, we have it all. Any fluid system can be ran through our filter assembly.
Can you cover me if I have a dry sump system?
Absolutely. We run this filter on the pressure side, and we also have dry sump tanks with our filter on top. Same exact technique. Any fluid system, any oil system can adapt our filter easily. Even Caterpillars and Kenworths and Peterbilts, you can easily put our system on your equipment.
The future of oil filtration is here, and it's at clearviewfiltration.com. This is one of my favorite vehicles here at the PRI show. This is a 1954 Chevy owned by David Pilgrim. It's been in his family since it was brand new. Johnson's Hot Rod Shop in Gadsden, Alabama built this thing. It has electronic controls from S&S Diesel. Let's talk about how this works. 4 turbos back here. Take a look here where the filters are. That's where the air comes in from the atmosphere, one on either side. That air goes back here to an intercooler, comes back up here to the second stage here, one on this side, one on that side. That air gets compressed, goes under the vehicle, back up to the engine, passes through another intercooler before it goes in there. The result of that, it makes 1,500 horsepower, and the byproduct of that, you can go 220 miles an hour and get the land speed record at Bonneville. If there's an innovation in the torque converter world, you can bet it is coming from Neal Chance Racing. Always changing, always evolving. What's new this year, Marty?
The 12.3 billet torque converter, originally designed for top fuel nitromethane applications, has just taken over the turbo diesel world. You know, we put that in the fire punk car, and first weekend out was the first car in the 3-second range. We've also brought back the billet titanium drive cover, which was a real hit years ago with the turbo pro mod applications. We're back to doing that. And another thing we've come up with is a billet turbine for the 8-inch converter. Not only is it unique because it's billet, but it has a specific design that makes it a more efficient power transfer.
Why is billet better inherently?
You have absolute control of fluid flow. A torque converter is a fluid coupling or a fluid power transfer, which means the more accurate your fluid flow, the more potential power transfer to the rear tires. You don't want to lose power. You want all the power you spent the money to make on that motor, you want it to get to the rear tires.
Last year here at PRI, you introduced the 4L80, and that was untested at the time. How's testing gone with that?
The 4L80's worked out real well. The target market there is the high-end street rod. Someone who's got 1,000+ horsepower boosted street rod and he wants to run a 4L80 and lock it up in every gear and not worry about losing the clutches. We did a lot of testing, even in a turbo diesel application, just to see if we could hurt it. Thing went out with the fastest pass that it ever ran, and I think that thing's going to be a real hit. So the guy who's got some twin turbo street rod and you're tired of smoking those clutches, we got the answer.
Whether it's your hot rod or your race car, if you need a torque converter, Neal Chance Racing Converters is the place to go. You can find them at racingconverters.com. And you can find more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings when we come back from PRI.